In this video, we're talking about short game pressure shift to help you make better contact and hit your short game shots closer to the hole. Hey everybody, Scott Hogan coming to you here from the Scott Hogan Golf Performance Center. Today we're going to be using our Body Track mat to talk about pressure shift in the short game. I think this is something we hear a lot with hitting the driver, hitting your longer shots, but not a ton in the short game. So why I like this topic is if you're someone like me, as I was trying to play the game as I was growing up, I was told a lot of things about the short game, and a lot of them were told to just stay very rigid throughout the stroke, just kind of move the triangle or brush the ball off the grass. And as I start looking at better and better players at the short game, what I've started to see is that they actually move a lot. And I think throughout the industry, we've started to see that people tend to use their feet a little bit more in their short game shots. And I was watching the Masters, I pay attention to this a lot, especially at Augusta, because of the types of short game shots they have to play. It's really actually quite exciting to watch, so it was a lot of fun. But yeah, as we go through the short game, one thing that I think we have to start seeing is that I think you actually are really making a mini golf swing. So a lot of the things that we see from a pressure standpoint start to mimic a little bit on the full swing side, just on a much smaller scale. So if I was going to hit a shot from here, and we're just going to work on making contact today, which is a great thing. If you're like us in April, it's snowing outside, so we can work on making our contact. And if I was going to do that, when I make my short game stroke, even on the smallest of chips and pitches, what I'd like to see is we're going to be about 50-50 at address. And that's, based on, since it's such a narrow stance, if you're playing a narrow stance, it doesn't matter if you're a little back, a little forward. You're somewhere pretty close to 50-50 though. When you make the stroke though, as the club starts to go back, we are going to see a little bit of a shift into the back foot. And as the club starts to transition forward, we are going to see a little bit of a shift into the lead foot. And we'll actually see our weight get off of our lead toe a little bit. So when we want to see a nice pivot in a short game shot, what I usually see is it's led by our feet, using our pressure to use the ground a little bit. And we start to pivot by pushing our lead foot a little bit away, and that allows us to pivot and face the target. So if I can do this, all of a sudden what we find is I can make nice crisp contact on the golf ball. And I can do it with quite regularity, which is what we're really looking for. So I can do that. You can see those shots, they come off the same. They both hit the target relatively in the same area there. So I'm getting really consistent feel, even though I feel like I'm moving a lot more. Again, as I was coming up, and especially as I was trying to play at a higher and higher level where I wanted more creative shots, this was something I was not told. This was something that was kind of frowned upon, is actually getting a little bit of movement. But as we start going through this, I think you want to keep it like your full swing shots, especially when you start thinking about how you use the ground a little bit with your feet. If you do that, you're going to make better contact, which will let you do a lot of really good things with the ball. You can add spin, you can control your trajectory, control where you land it more, and all of those things start to help you throughout the game. So using your pressure, using the ground in your short game, something you want to start thinking about. I think it'll help you make that better contact, get the ball closer to the hole, which means lower scores and more fun out on the golf course. So give it a shot, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, please make sure you click down below and subscribe. We'll be having more and more content coming out this summer. If you want, we are looking for swings to evaluate online. So if you would like to have your swing looked at for free, please send it to the instructions below, and we will get you on one of the future videos breaking it down and letting you know what's going on. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in that next video.